Discretion is advised.
The man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend and her father is in jail tonight awaiting a bond hearing. Those shooting deaths took place over the weekend here in Richland County. News 19's Sonia Gutierrez spoke to a childhood friend of the ex-girlfriend who says she was a quiet woman.
Together, we've all been friends.
Counting the years of their friendship,
About 10 years.
Ashley Kinzader still cannot believe one of them will now be missing.
It actually really had me shook. I couldn't even sleep that night that I found out.
Magate Dolo was shot and killed along with her father over the weekend. Richland County sheriffs arrested her ex-boyfriend.
It's never the first time it happened, but it's the first time. A lot of times it's the first time reported.
Morris Davis worked with victims and their families like Magate's, and he says a lot of times there were previous incidents. In Magate's case, officials responded to a domestic call back in January, but deputies say there were no charges.
That love shouldn't hurt physically. If the person is verbally abusive to you, and you have to understand what that means, they're going to put you down, they're going to alienate you from family and friends because that's a way of controlling you, because that's your support group.
The biggest thing for Davis is reporting the incidents. Ashley says Magate had given her some red flags.
That was when I kind of knew something was off with him, was when like her sister, and she would tell me like if there was ever a problem and she tried to leave, he would just pop up at different family members' houses and stuff.
She has this message for people who still have their friends here.
You know, just give people their flowers while they can still smell them, because you never know when it's their last time here. Because I really didn't expect anything like that to happen to her.
Sonia Gutierrez, News 19 WLP.
Really love these kids in these communities.
We're not going to allow cowards and criminals come in and make us prisoners within our community.
The Brighton community is fed up. They are hurting. A man was killed. 6 others were shot, including a 4-year-old girl.
It's sad when you see a child laying on the ground. It's sad when a little baby over there crying. My dad is dead.
That was last night. Isaac Brewster planned the event where the shooting took place. It's called Love Thy Neighbor.
It's not called Kill Thy Neighbor. If we can't have love, you can't have peace.
Sunday, the day after the shooting, his tone hasn't changed. He has a simple request, one that he believes can change the community.
Take inventory of life. What are you doing in this community to bring it down? Right. What can you do in this community to bring it back up?
He says that inventory includes the way people raise their children, because if they don't know the difference between right and wrong, he says all is lost.
What we gonna do, throw them to the wolves? No, we can't. These kids, they cannot come out of the womb and put a pamper on. They can't feed themselves. We can't keep allowing this stuff to go on in this community.
We have some new information now about a father and daughter who were shot and killed at their home over the weekend.
Now, the woman's ex-boyfriend is charged in the double murder. Our Melanie Barden did some digging and found a history of domestic violence between that man and one of those victims.
25-year-old Willie Wilson was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder, burglary, and armed robbery after Dumber Dolo and his daughter Magate were found dead Saturday morning. According to the Richland County Sheriff's Department, Wilson was Magate's ex-boyfriend and broke into her home and gunned down both family members. Watch Fox News has learned that a police report was filed in January of this year when the couple lived together. Wilson was accused of assaulting Magate Dolo at the time, but she refused to press charges. She had recently moved out and back in with her father. Now, South Carolina ranks 2nd in the nation in cases of women murdered by men. Studies show the most common weapon used is a gun, and Governor Nikki Haley set up a statewide task force on domestic violence and signed a law in 2015 imposing restrictions on gun ownership for domestic violence offenders. Willie Wilson is due in bond court Tuesday afternoon, and investigators are still trying to determine whether there was a second person with him at the time of the murders. In the studio, Melanie Barden.
A fight outside of a North Las Vegas McDonald's turned into a deadly shooting, and the family says it's because he didn't hold open the door for a woman leaving the restaurant. Fox 5's Abby Tedros joins us live outside UMC, where 31-year-old Mohammed Duncan died this morning. Abby?
Hey, Adam. Well, it's truly disturbing stuff. We got a chance to speak with Mohammed Duncan's family today, and understandably, they're still trying to wrap their heads around what happened. As you mentioned, they told us that he walked inside that McDonald's along North Las Vegas Boulevard and Pecos for his lunch break. He came across the wrong people, and he was shot to death.
Or to do what is right by him, because he was a good kid, well-mannered, respectful of all.
It's a group no mother wants to be a part of, but one Katra Nestor says she's all too familiar with.
This is my third one I'm losing. One I lost to cancer, one I lost to a car accident, run over him, and now I lost one to gunshots.
This time, it was her youngest son, Mohammed. Police say he was shot outside of the McDonald's near Las Vegas Boulevard in Pecos after an argument with the shooter. Nestor says her son's friend was there and told her what happened.
It was a stupid, ridiculous reason. From what I know of the shooting, he was coming into McDonald's and some female was going out. The door closed before she could get out. And what happened is she said a few choice words to him.
Nestor says that's when the woman's boyfriend went looking for Mohammed. An argument took place and he was shot. Mohammed later died at the hospital.
It doesn't seem real. It's just like he went to work and I'm just waiting for him to come home.
Mohammed's girlfriend and the mother of his kids didn't want to go on camera out of fear of retaliation. But she told Fox 5 Mohammed was the type of person to shy away from conflict.
He was always the type of person to walk away from problems. He never, even when we would argue, he would leave. He would walk away because he wasn't the type of person to argue.
Until police find the person or people responsible. Mohammed's mom has this message.
I forgive you all because God said forgive. But you, if you're not caught, you will have to live with that for the rest of your life.
Is very gracious during an incredibly difficult time. And today we also asked police if they had any leads or a suspect description perhaps. They tell us that it's too early in the investigation. We'll be sure to ask them about that tomorrow. I also would like to say if you would like to donate to this family, please visit our website for their GoFundMe page. They say they would like to give Mohammed a proper burial, but they say that they do not have the funds to do so. So if you would like to donate to them, go to our website, fox5vegas.com. Reporting live, Abby Tedros, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
All right, Abby, thank you. And if you know anything about what happened, you're asked to please call Crime Stoppers. That phone number on your screen, 702-385-5555.